Hey everyone, Josefa here from BITFX, and in this video I'll be telling you guys how I turned $300 into $50,000, and you can too. So stay tuned till the end. So how do you actually turn $300 into $50,000? Well, it's pretty simple. What you have to do is find a prop firm which is actually looking for traders just like you and I to fund them. So one of them being my Forex fund. You can use the link in the description and check them out. So what actually my Forex fund does is they will have a two-step evaluation program which requires traders to meet certain objectives, and once you meet those objectives, after phase 2 you will be turned to phase 3, which will be your live account. And how does that work? So let's say I paid $300, actually $299 for a $50,000 account. So I'll have to go through two phases. Phase 1 being the evaluation phase 1, which requires me to get my target will be 8% of profit. So on $50,000 account I'll have to make $4,000 in profit. So that will be my profit target for the first phase. Now the first phase consists of other rules such as minimum trading days. So I will have to place at least 5 days not consecutively in those 30 days time period. I will have to place trades for 5 days at least in order for me to meet this objective. Next objective is daily starting drawdown. So what do they mean by daily starting drawdown? That means I can only lose up to 5% of my equity or my balance in one single day. So this will be the second rule. Now the next rule is overall drawdown. The overall drawdown will be 12%. This is why I personally like my Forex funds, is their overall drawdown is 2% lower than other firms. For FTMO, let's suppose it is 10%, whereas on my Forex funds it's actually 12%, which is significantly more. As well as the profit target compared to FTMO is certainly less. So on FTMO they require you to make 10% in a month, whereas in my Forex funds it requires you to make 8% in a month in phase 1. Now the leverage which they have available is 1:100, and obviously as soon as you pass your phase 1 and phase 2 you will be refunded your fee. So technically you will be making $50,000. Actually you will be turning $50,000 from nothing. So basically the fees which you paid you will get in return as your first payout. So in phase 1 all the objectives stay the same, everything stays the same. Instead from phase 2 what will happen is, instead of making 8% profit target you will have to make 5% profit target, which is less from the first phase, and instead of 30 days you will be getting 60 days to complete phase 2. So how do we actually pass the my Forex fund or any prop firm challenge? So before I show you guys how, let's see. Here's my certificate for my Forex fund. So proudly presented to the name. The trader has successfully passed the my Forex funds evaluation. Through discipline, hard work, determination, this trader has proven themselves to be capable of achieving a required profit target with allocated risk parameters. This trader is officially a my Forex fund professional trader. Here is the date of me passing this challenge when I received the certificate. And now let's go to my account metrics. So this is my phase 1 and this is my phase 2. So phase 1, as we can see, the number of days elapsed 109. It's not actually 109 days. So from the first day it's a glitch system, so basically it's not an actual number of days. So this is something glitched right here. So the profit target for the first phase was $4,000, which is actually 8% of my account equity. So current balance, starting balance was $50,000, made $54,000. This was the net profit, $4,000. Number of days 23. So this was the days I actually placed a trade. So 23 trading days. My profit target was $4,000, which was met. No violations were detected. And now as we can see, the curve right here is a pretty smooth curve. So in starting, obviously I went into a little bit of drawdown, not a little bit, it was actually a lot of it. So from $50,000 my account came almost to $47,000. But again, as I said in the next videos, I'll be explaining you guys about risk management and risk to reward ratios. So this is where it comes into the play. So let's suppose I'm losing 2 to 3 trades right here with 1% risk, but then my risk to reward is greater than 1:3. So what's happening is all of those trades lost here, I recover them back in a single trade, and then imagine I lose another trade, but my risk to reward is greater. So if I'm losing even 3 trades in a row or even 4 trades in a row, my risk to reward is much better to actually, instead of just losing those trades in a row, I will just get one good trade and I'll recover all the loss back plus make some profit. So let's take an example for right here. So my account was at 50,000 and it came all the way down to 49,000. So basically in those 2 to 3 trades I actually lost 2%. But again, from 49,000 in a single trade, my account jumped to 51,700, which is actually let's say nearly 5%, right? So from 49,000 to 51,700, so greater than 5% as well. So my risk to reward ratio right here was more than 1:5 risk to reward ratio. This is what you guys have to keep in mind, your risk to reward ratio, which is the most important aspect of trading, your risk to reward ratio. So imagine you're losing $1 on every trade. So if you're losing $1 on every trade, you must be winning $3 on your profitable trade. So if a stop loss is being hit on your setup and you're using a single dollar, so when your TP is being hit, you should be making at least $3 to $4 to $5, whatever your trading style is, but your risk to reward has to be greater than 1:1 in order for you to consistently be profitable. So this is something which you guys have to keep in mind. So you're losing some, but your winners has to be greater than your losers. In this way, having greater risk to reward allows you to have very, let's say, low win rate. So your win rate can be very low, but if your risk to reward is good, you will still remain very profitable. So I managed to, after a few days, I managed to hit this profit target. The market conditions, we were in the last quarter of the year, which were really bad, really tough to trade in, but still keeping the risk to reward good, we managed to pass the phase 1. Coming on to the phase 2, and you can see went into a very deep drawdown. Now this was a mistake by my side, where I was trading into December market, so I was actually forcing trades. So this is a point number 2. Do not force trades. Whenever you're trading, never force trades. Why is that? Because you will be like, oh, I have 60 days left, I have to get it done. You have plenty of time, it's not a matter of time. I still have 51 days, I still have like 9 days left until my challenge would have been over. So it's not about rushing into things. So as we all know, December markets are very less liquid, so the banks are closed for Christmas holidays and everything, and the liquidity in the market is very less, so we don't actually trade December that much. But I still, as I was in my phase 2, I tried to force some trades, which resulted in obviously getting stopped out, which resulting in almost my account getting taken out. So at 45,000 or 44,000, I would have been out, my challenge would have been done. So came all the way to 46,000, lost nearly what does it even make, I think 8% or so. So 8% I was down right here. But again, I waited into January markets, and right here I think if we can see, yeah, so I think it is January only, most probably it's January. Yeah, right here, from here it's January. So I waited for the January markets, and again my risk to reward came into the play. So again, if I was losing this many trades, so from, let's say, my risk was roughly about $250 per trade, but then as I got more deeper into the drawdown, my risk reduced. So instead of $250, even it went to like $100 or $50. But again, my risk to reward was way greater, and I managed to, as the markets got better, I managed to just climb up steadily. So again, few good trades with very high risk to reward, and I managed to climb up. So this was a very good one, which allowed my account from $46,000 to go up to nearly $48,000, which is a very good boost in your psychology as well. Once you see you're so close to losing that account, and now you're up back and you have a possibility to actually complete your challenge. So $47,000, then January comes, the markets get better. From 47 we go up to 49,000, then few losses, but as you can see these are minor losses. So from 49 even, I'm coming down to I'm only losing 1%. I'm losing 1% here in these many trades. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 trades, 4 to 5 trades, or how many these are, and then in one single trade or two trades from 49 I'm making, from 48,500 I'm making 49,500, which is basically 2% profit. And then from here again in the next trade I'm making nearly 51,000. So from 48,500 I made almost 51, which is a good amount of profit. So again, slow and steady we took this, and we managed to pass the challenge. Why? Main key is focusing on your risk to reward. So that's the most important aspect of trading, is your risk to reward. If you're losing, again I'll go to the charts and explain a little bit more in brief, and I'll give a better understanding of this. So let's say I'm taking 5 trades right here. So I'll be drawing, let's take 5. Okay, so okay and okay, I'll make them similar, 1:5. Just bear with me. Okay, so all these trades are actually similar, just don't go on my drawing of this risk reward tool, but all of these trades are 1:5 risk reward ratio. Or let's just suppose that they are 1:5 risk reward ratio. So we actually take these 5 trades, and what's happening is we take the first one and our stop loss hits, and each trade what we are risking, let's take example of my account itself. So what I would recommend is always go for 0.5% risk. If you're very comfortable with your trading and the market conditions are really good, then only I would recommend you guys go for 1% risk. But more than 1% I would never recommend anyone. It's just basically gambling onto yourself. You should never go more than 1% risk per trade. So let's say my example, $250 per risk, which is 0.5%. So $250 I'm risking in this trade. So I calculate my lot sizes, everything, market comes here, hits my stop loss. So what's happening? My $50,000 account is now at minus 200, which is 49,750. Alright, so I'm down 0.5%. Again, I get stopped out, I'm down $250. My account is at 49,500. Just excuse the drawing. Alright, third trade, same thing. What am I down at? 49,250. Next thing, again I'm down to 49k. So I lose 4 trades in a row, and now I'm down at 49k. But now all of my targets were at 5 RR. So next trade when I get in, the 5th trade, I actually get into the profit and my TP hits, and I actually managed to get a 1:5 RR trade, which I was hoping for from the last 4 setups. So what's happening right here? In this trade, what I'll be making, so let's open the calculator and let me show you guys. So this is how risk to reward actually works. This is the beauty of it. So I will take $250 into 5, 1,250. This is what I'll be making on this setup. So from 49,000, my account will come to 50,250. Now I know it looks a very small profit target, like, oh, you only made 0.5% in 5 trades. But this is just a way of explaining. You are not going to lose 4 or 5 trades in a row. You're not going to have this big of losses. What's going to happen is maybe one trade you lose, 1 RR down, but then next trade which you take, you're 5 RR up. So now you're in a very big profit, very huge profit. So this is how risk to reward comes into the play. So this is a really important aspect of trading, risk to reward. Again, going to my phase 2 matrix, we can see that again I was down, but then again risk to reward came into the play. The markets got better, we got out of December markets, and instead of forcing trades, now we were actually looking for setups which were actually quality setups. So I managed to catch very high RR setups in these in January times, which resulted in few good trades and which resulted in me passing this challenge and actually being funded 50k. So coming on to the end of the video, be sure to check out our website www.bitfxcoachables.com if you're interested in learning on how to trade, or if you're interested in taking our signals, be sure to check us out. If you're interested in taking on a My Forex Fund challenge, use the link in the description, and good luck with that. Until then, see you next time. Peace.